Spiritual nugget number 20. Life is a dream. The topic today is one of my favorites that I've found in spirituality, and most of these ideas come from the writings of Don Miguel Ruiz, who wrote the Four Agreements. And what he says is the mind's main function is to dream. The mind dreams 24 hours a day. Sometimes the mind is awake, where there is a physical frame for the mind to dream in. And sometimes the mind is asleep, where there is no frame and the dreams can be less bound. When we are born, we have very little programming in place. And so we are just a little bundle of joy or a little bundle of happiness. The human's natural way of being is to be happy. Humans have an ability to direct their attention anywhere they want. And humans also have an ability to perceive whatever they want. The perception is very much influenced by life experience and beliefs. As we grow up, we learn to be afraid. We get taught to dream nightmares. The more nightmares we dream, the more time we spend in fear. We begin to spend time in the future. We begin to spend time in the past. We visit our negative emotions more and more often. And we begin to believe that our fear is real. One amazing thing about human beliefs is that we can form a belief and then find things in the physical world to justify it. But in the dream of the world, fear is a delusion, a strong belief held in false evidence. Along with our personal dream, we also have a collective dream of society. And society's dream tells us how we should act, what we should think. It's essentially a programming system for us. And society's dream is also very much based in fear. It tells us to be guilty. It tells us to punish ourselves, that we are not good enough. And imbued with this collective programming, we are set to begin a searching process. And the searching process involves finding the things outside ourselves that would make us feel better from fear. Now, the universe knows that only love exists and that fear is a delusion. And so the idea that we could run away from something that doesn't exist is a very silly idea indeed. But it turns out that running away from fear is the main way that humans find self-destructive behaviors. All self-destructive behaviors are based in fear. Addiction, physical abuse, greed, lying. The list could go on for a long time. Any self-destructive behavior I ever do is to run away from fear. What helps me release my fear is to remember that I was born into a universe of only love, and that I've forgotten that. At any moment, I can take my attention back. I can take it back into the present and remember that fear is not real, and that ultimately I live in a dream, and I get to create the dream in any way that I want to. Today, look around the space that you're in and imagine you were seeing it with different eyes. Imagine you were seeing it with a perception that was not colored by your life experience, but was completely neutral. Consider that everything in the universe is actually conspiring to help you. rather than something you need to be afraid of. If you like this podcast, I just wanted to remind you to leave us a review. It helps us keep making great content and helps us show up in the search results. I hope you all have a great day.